हे गाइस, कैसे हैं आप लोग। द मेंटल गेम ऑफ ट्रेडिंग एक ऐसी बुक जिसने इतने सिंपल तरीके से, जो ऑथर है इसमें, उन्होंने समझाया है। जेरेड टेंडलर ने बहुत ही अच्छे से आपको समझाया है कि कैसे आप अपने प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकते हो जो आपको ट्रेडिंग में आ रही हैं, जैसे कि फियर, एंगर, कॉन्फिडेंस और डिसिप्लिन, ग्रीड। इन सब को संभालने में आपको दिक्कत आ रही है। जो ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी है, जिस पे आपको कैसे काम करना है, उसी पे ये वीडियो रहने वाली है। बहुत अच्छी और इंटरेस्टिंग बुक है ये। इसको अगर आप अच्छे से केयरफुली पढ़ेंगे तो काफ़ी आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व हो जाएंगी ट्रेडिंग में, जो आपको रियल टाइम फेस हो रही है। स्टार्ट करते हैं वीडियो को, लेट्स गेट टू इट। सो ऑथर ने काफ़ी अच्छे से समझाया कि हमारे जो एरर्स हैं वो क्या क्या हो रहे हैं। जैसे कि हम कोई अपने मर्जी से फोर्सफुली ट्रेड सेटअप बना लेते हैं। कोई ट्रेड होता नहीं, मार्केट की कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं होती, एक रेंज में फंसा हुआ है और हम उसमें ट्रेड्स मारने लग जाते हैं बाई सेल के। हेजिटेट करते हैं एंट्री पे, मतलब ब्रेकआउट हो रहा है, ट्रेड निकल रहा है, ट्रेड आपके डायरेक्शन में है, सिग्नल दे रहा है कि आपको एंट्री करनी चाहिए, लेकिन आप हेजिटेट कर जाते हो, आप एंट्री नहीं करते हो, ट्रेड्स को जल्दी एग्जिट कर जाते हो। ये तो सबके साथ होता है। थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट आने लगता है, आप एग्जिट कर जाते हो जल्दी, चेज करते हो प्राइस को, फिर प्रॉफिट बुक करते हो, फिर रिग्रेट होता है, फिर एंटर कर जाते हो और चेज करते हो, फिर आपके लॉसेस, स्टॉप लॉसेस हिट होते हैं, स्टॉप लॉस बहुत जल्दी से बढ़ा देते हो, प्रॉफिट टारगेट को मूव करते हो और हिट हो जाता है, और खुद ट्रेड लेने में से कतराते हो और अपने आप को उससे बाहर निकाल देते हो कि नहीं, ये ट्रेड किस वजह से नहीं लेना चाहिए, तमाम तरह की रीजनिंग देने के बाद। अब ये सब मिस्टेक्स पे हमने ऑलरेडी बात की हुई है पीछे वीडियोस में, आप जाकर चेकआउट कर सकते हैं। इसमें हम आगे बढ़ेंगे कि इन मिस्टेक्स को सॉल्व कैसे किया जाए, कैसे इनसे पार पाना है, जो इमोशंस हैं जो हमें कंट्रोल कर रही हैं। सो ऑलरेडी हमने जो बात कर रखी है उस पर रिकैप कर रहे हैं कि कैसे इमोशंस जो हैं आपकी परफॉर्मेंस को ख़राब कर देते हैं। क्योंकि क्या होता है कि इसकी वजह से आपके एंगर और फियर की वजह से आपकी परफॉर्मेंस है जो गिर जाती है और आपकी स्टेबिलिटी ख़राब हो जाती है। सब हम ऑलरेडी बात कर चुके हैं। ये मैं सिर्फ आपको एक रिकैप दे रहा हूँ इंट्रोडक्शन का, कि कैसे इमोशंस हमारे ट्रेडिंग को ओवर पावर कर जाते हैं और हमारी परफॉर्मेंस खराब हो जाती है। फिर आगे ऑथर ने बताया कि आपको एक सिस्टम की क्यों ज़रूरत है। जैसे ट्रेडिंग में आपने रूल्स बनाए हैं और एक सिस्टम बना रखा है कि यहाँ पर जब मान लो मार्केट रेंज में है और रेंज से जब बाहर निकल रही है तब अपने एंट्री करते हो, तो ये एक तरीके का आपका ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम है। उसी तरीके से इमोशंस को कंट्रोल करने का भी एक सिस्टम होना चाहिए। उसी पे ऑथर बात करने वाले हैं कि अगर आपको अपने ग्रीड, फियर, एंगर, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस, लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस या पुअर डिसिप्लिन को कंट्रोल करना है, या उनको कैसे आप मतलब सॉल्व कर सकते हैं ताकि आपकी ट्रेडिंग बेटर हो सके, तो उसके लिए आपको एक सिस्टम चाहिए जो कि आपको इससे बाहर निकाल सके। क्योंकि आप क्या है, अपने इमोशंस को जितना दबाओगे वो एक न एक दिन फट के बाहर आने लग जाता है और आपकी पूरी पूरी महीनों का जो प्रॉफिट है एक दिन की ओवर ट्रेडिंग में ख़त्म हो जाता है। तो इसीलिए हमें रूट कॉज पे जाना है कि रूट कॉज क्या है। सो इंट्रोडक्शन का मैंने आपको थोड़ा सा रिकैप दे दिया है कि आपको एक सिस्टम की ज़रूरत है ताकि आप अपने ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी को कंट्रोल कर सकें, बेटर कर सकें, ताकि आपको ट्रेडिंग में जो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है जिसकी वजह से आप प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं हो पा रहे हो, और उस पैटर्न को आप समझो जो अनसीन एनिमी है, उसको आप पकड़ो। क्योंकि क्या आपको पता ही नहीं है कि जो अनसीन एनिमी है, जो कि आपके इमोशंस हैं, जो आपका दिमाग है, इसीलिए तो इसको बोलते हैं द मेंटल गेम ऑफ ट्रेडिंग। द मेंटल ऑफ गेम ऑफ ट्रेडिंग क्यों बोला जाता है? क्योंकि ट्रेडिंग हो गया या कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स हो गया, आप स्पोर्ट्समैन को भी दिखेंगे, उनको अपने दिमाग पे अपने इमोशंस को बहुत कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है। जैसे वो एक प्रैक्टिस मैच में खेल रहे होते हैं या कोई भी नॉर्मल मैच खेल रहे होते हैं, लेकिन जब फाइनल मैच होता है तो कैसे उनके इमोशंस जो है वो कंट्रोल कर जाते हैं। इसलिए इसी को बोला जाता है अनसीन एनिमी, जिसको कोई देख नहीं सकता लेकिन वो आपके अंदर छुपा हुआ है, वो इमोशंस। इनसे आपको संभलना है और इनको पैटर्न को समझना है और इनसे जीत पानी है। तो आगे ऑथर कहते हैं, यू कांट स्टॉप वॉट यू कांट सी। मतलब सीधी सी बात है, जब तक आप ये नहीं समझोगे कि आपके इमोशंस हैं, जो एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा पहले कि हाँ, आपकी इमोशंस की वजह से आपको ट्रेडिंग में लॉसेस हो रहे हैं। Many of you don't realize that your attempts to correct or control your emotions are mistimed so badly they are almost guaranteed to fail. Let that sink in. मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों को पता नहीं है कि जितना आप अपने इमोशंस को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करोगे उतना ज़्यादा आप फेल होने के चांसेस है. दे आर ऑलमोस्ट गारंटीड टू फेल. इफ़ यू वांट टू कीप योर इमोशंस from affecting your decision making, you must be able to recognize they are rising in real time and take action before they cause your mind to malfunction. मतलब आपको रियलाइजेशन हो जाना चाहिए कि हाँ अब मेरे इमोशंस जो हैं वो मुझे कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उन्हीं को आपको मैप करना है. मैपिंग योर पैटर्न इज द की to recognizing the escalation of emotion. While that may seem like something you should already be able to do, you can't because you haven't done the work yet. Many traders are blind to the patterns in their mental game, much like they couldn't spot patterns in the market earlier in the career. अब इसमें ब्लाइंड स्पॉट्स कैसे होते हैं? जैसे आप ट्रेडिंग में शुरू में स्टार्ट करते हो तो आपको समझ नहीं आता कि कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है ट्रेड को. उसी तरीके से इमोशंस को भी आइडेंटिफाई कर पाना कि वो अब ओवर पावर कर रहे हैं हमें, वो भी एक धीरे धीरे प्रैक्टिस से आता है. रिकग्निशन इज अ स्किल लाइक एनी अदर, but from a mental and emotional standpoint, it's often overlooked as something that can be improved. You can get better at recognizing not only escalating emotion but also the patterns behind that escalation. मतलब उसके पीछे का पैटर्न को आपको पकड़ना है कि किस वजह से मुझे ये इमोशंस कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं. Right now, many of you are just realizing how much emotions are part of the equation. But the essence of the first step, recognizing and mapping your emotional patterns, is no different than what you do every day as a trader. You look at information and pass through noise to identify when the signals and indicators tell you to buy, sell, or hold. To everyday investors, your skills look like wizardry or luck. They either have godlike reverences for what you do or think it's completely bullshit. So basically क्या है, इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए एक ट्रेडर एक तरीके से ऐसा लगता है कि कोई जादूगर हो, क्योंकि उनके समझ के बाहर की बात होती है. उसी तरीके से इमोशंस को भी आपको समझना पड़ेगा. What we do in fact is very similar. While we look at market signal to find opportunity, I use emotions, thoughts and actions to see casualty where others don't. You're already proven to have a strong ability to read signals and I will train you to use that skill to better understand your emotions and mental game. मतलब जिस तरीके से हम चार्ट को देख के समझ जाते हैं ना, जैसे मान लो मार्केट एक रेंज में फंसी होती है, ठीक है, और जब रेंज से बाहर निकलनी शुरू होती है तो एक पैटर्न इमर्ज कर रहा है ना यहाँ पर. उसी तरह इमोशंस का भी एक पैटर्न होता है. आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि कब इमोशंस जो है आउट ऑफ वे जा रहे हैं और कंट्रोल से बाहर जा रहे हैं. तो बेसिकली इसी पे ऑथर एक सिस्टम आपको बताने वाले हैं. तो आगे देखते हैं कैसे उनका सिस्टम रहता है. सो आगे चलते हैं. The goal of this step is to recognize the patterns associated with the most common trading errors that impact your performance. You may think these mistakes happen randomly, but they don't. They repeat over and over again, allowing you to map the signals that indicate a rise in emotion so you can stop your mistakes from happening. Since ये जो mistakes है ना, ये बार बार हो रही हैं, बार बार आप इमोशंस में फंस रहे हो, बार बार ग्रीड में फंस रहे हो, तो ये कब आता है, इस चीज़ को अगर आप पकड़ लिए कि फियर कब आपको हो रहा है, कब आप फियरफुल हो जा रहे हो, इस बात को अगर आप पकड़ लिए तो आप उस चीज़ को होने से अवॉइड भी कर लोगे. जैसे कि क्या होता है, फेक ब्रेकआउट को हम कैसे अवॉइड करते हैं. हम देखते हैं कि एक रेंज से मार्केट निकलने वाली है, ठीक है, और जब रेंज से बाहर निकलने की कोशिश करती है और अचानक से वापस से क्रैश कर जाती है, तो ये एक रिकग्निशन है. अब अगली बार आप वेट करोगे थोड़ा सा कि मार्केट स्टेबल हो जाए, 5-10 मिनट ऊपर वेट करें, तब आप एंटर करोगे. उसी तरीके से जब आप अपने इमोशंस के पैटर्न्स को रिकॉग्नाइज करोगे कि कब आ रहे हैं, कैसे कैसे आ रहे हैं, तो आप उसको भी कंट्रोल कर लोगे. इमेजिन driving down a road that leads you to consistent returns, a strong feel for the market, and the ability to follow your trading strategy without hesitation. Now imagine that a thick fog rolls in. You can't see a thing and you take a wrong turn without realizing it. To make matters worse, further down this road, a bridge has washed out and you are about to drive off a cliff. With a map of your patterns, you create an internal GPS that alerts you when you are taking a wrong turn, so you can quickly make a U-turn and get back on the road of profitability. मतलब अगर आपको पता है, आपके पास मैप है, तो आप अपने आप को बचा सकते हो उस चीज़ से कि आगे भाई अब क्रैश होने वाले हैं मेरे इमोशंस. सम ऑफ यू aren't अवेयर अ मिस्टेक इज कमिंग until इट्स टू लेट. जब आप इमोशन में बह जाते हो और ओवर ट्रेडिंग कर देते हो, बाद में आपको रियलाइज़ होता है कि यार मेरा तो खुद पे ही कंट्रोल नहीं है, लेकिन फिर से जब अगले 2-3 दिन 4-5 दिन बाद फिर से वही चीज़ रिपीट होती है. And the car is, you have just doubled down on your dog, or your issues are relatively small. You are not at risk of driving off a cliff, but the longer you head down the wrong road, the more you unnecessarily burn money, time, and opportunity. Regardless of the scale of your problems, the better you map your pattern, the easier it is to gain control of your emotions and get back on track. Understanding emotions as signals. Emotions, thoughts, actions, and even trading decisions provide data on how we operate at an unconscious or instinctual level. In a way, by the following the trail of clues, you are taking on the role of a forensic detective. The detonated bomb you are analyzing is the chaos from an overactive emotional system. The clues to identifying the cause of your emotional reactions lie in the details of what blew out of the bomb. This examination can completely change your perspective about the emotional event, because looking at it provides invaluable insights into what led up to it and what flaws were behind it. Both are key to resolving the problem so you can prevent future explosions. अब यहाँ पर एक्सप्लोजन्स की इसलिए बात कर रहे हैं ऑथर, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना कि आप इमोशंस को दबाते रहते हो तो एक ना एक दिन एक्सप्लोड करेगा. तो इसलिए ज़रूरी है समझना कि उसको कैसे हम फाइंड आउट कर सकें. Start looking closely at the specific emotions, thoughts, actions, and decisions that are automatically triggered while you are trading. जो ट्रिगर खुद ही हो रहे हैं. They are the data that will help you understand the full scope of the problem. Become like a detective, eager to gather up clues and curious to understand what they mean. Typically, traders throw those clues out by choosing to blow off steam or trying to forget what happened and move on. They essentially delete the clues that can solve the problem. Using those tactics is understandable when you lack the system that could help you make sense of reaction. That's not the case anymore. These clues are essential details to map your mental game problems. जो प्रॉब्लम्स हमें आ रही है उसके पीछे के जो क्लूज़ हैं जिसकी वजह से हमारे इमोशंस ट्रिगर हो रहे हैं, वो हमें राइट डाउन करना पड़ेगा, मैप करना पड़ेगा. आगे ऑथर कहते हैं टू कॉजेज ऑफ इमोशन. दो कॉजेज क्या क्या हैं? व्यूइंग इमोशन एज अ क्लू और सिग्नल is a shift in perspective, but it doesn't explain where the emotions come from and why they so often catch you by surprise. One reason is that you often don't even recognize what's happening. The emotion comes up as an immediate reaction or reflex to a trigger, such as quickly getting stopped out in a trade, triggering anger, an amazing setup, triggering excitement and nervousness, or hearing about how much money other traders are making in trade you missed, triggering a fear of missing out. मतलब कैसे होता है ना कि जब आपका स्टॉप लॉस लग जाता है तो आपको गुस्सा आ जाता है, कोई सेटअप आता है तो आपको एक्साइटमेंट आ जाती है एंड नर्वसनेस आ जाती है जब कोई ट्रेड मिस हो जाता है, और फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट होता है जब कोई ट्रेडर अच्छा पैसा बनाता है और आप उसको देखते रह जाते हो. तो उस समय पे जो इमोशंस आते हैं इन्हीं को हमें एक सिग्नल के तरह देखना है. Think about this initial emotion like a reflex. It's the equivalent of a doctor hitting your knee with a rubber mallet or your instinct to catch a ball thrown at your face. It's a split-second reaction. There is no conscious thinking involved. A snap of the fingers and boom, emotion spike. Traders often misinterpret the trigger as being the problem. The trigger is simply the detonator. The underlying flaw is the bomb. The trigger could be a mistake, taking a loss, being stopped out by 2 ticks only to reverse and take off, or an off-handed comment you thought was disrespectful. This point can cause some confusion. So let's look at an example: booking a big loss. Many traders get furious, break things, and force additional trades without proper entry signals. सो बेसिकली यहाँ पर ऑथर कह रहे हैं बहुत सारे ट्रेडर्स फ्यूरियस हो जाते हैं और मतलब उनका कोई कंट्रोल नहीं रह जाता, तो उसी पे आगे बात करेंगे कि क्यों ऐसा होता है. But this doesn't happen to all traders, which means that a big loss doesn't invariably cause anger. If it did, then every trader would have the exact same reaction. Instead, some traders handle big losses easily because they instinctively know these outliers are distinct possibilities. जो प्रोफेशनल ट्रेडर्स होते हैं वो प्रोबेबिलिटीज़ में खेलते हैं. उनको पता है कि 40% या 50% टाइम दे आर गोइंग टू गो रॉन्ग. सो इसलिए वो उनको पता है, वो अपने इमोशंस को कंट्रोल में रखते हैं. उनको पता है कि लॉसेस तो आएंगे ही. लेकिन जो एक नॉर्मल रिटेल ट्रेडर होता है जो अभी अभी इस मार्केट में आया है, उसको लॉस पसंद नहीं है. वो लॉस देखते ही फ्यूरियस हो जाता है और इसकी वजह से और गलतियां करने लग जाता है और लॉस पे लॉस और करता है. As we begin mapping, keep in mind that in many instances, the initial trigger only generates a small amount of emotion. In fact, it may be so tiny that it barely registers consciously. You are simply not aware of the effect it has on your emotional stability, and yet at the same time, automatic or habitual thoughts, actions, and decisions have already begun changing how you are interacting with the market. मतलब इमोशंस तो एक सिर्फ छोटा सा पार्ट है जो कि स्टार्ट करता है, एक तरीके से ट्रिगर करता है आपको, और उसके बाद के जो डिसीजंस लेते हो वो आपके अपने होते हैं और वो चीज़ों को अवॉइड किया जा सकता है. फॉर इंस्टेंस, 2 hours into a trading day that started poorly, the possibility of an entry comes up and triggers a mixture of tension, excitement, and stress. You may also think, don't mess this up. You immediately lean closer to your screen and second guess the validity of what you're seeing. Instantly, your thoughts, emotions, and physical state have changed. Then comes your response. If your next thought is relax, I've got this, you are fighting the reaction. If it works, it will reduce your emotions and improve execution. If, however, your next thought is don't mess this up, or I can't lose money here again, those thoughts produce secondary emotions that can lead down toward downward spiral. मतलब आप जब सोचोगे ना कि मेरे से कहीं गलती ना हो जाए, मेरे से कहीं गलती ना हो जाए, तो आप ज़्यादातर चांसेस हैं कि आप गलती करोगे. You start making basic errors, trying to compensate for the mistakes you just made. Then comes disbelief and self-criticism for making those basic errors. What the hell is wrong with me? Why can't I do it? It's so simple. And boom, your emotions are spiraling out of control. सो बेसिकली यही हो रहा है हम सबके साथ. हम ट्रिगर हो जा रहे हैं बिना बात के, जबकि हमें वहाँ पर नॉर्मली सिर्फ एक प्रोसेस फॉलो करना है, लेकिन हम पैनिक कर जाते हैं. द कॉमन मिस्टेक ट्रेडर्स मेक इज टू इंटरप्रेट द थॉट don't mess this up as the trigger and the cause. If you believe the problem is thinking negatively, you battle to control and change your thoughts. You listen to advice that implies the problem is simply a result of negative thinking. Don't think so negatively, just keep your emotions in check. No, don't mess this up isn't a conscious thought. It pops into your mind automatically. To be clear, secondary emotion is produced as you become aware of you or respond to the emotions, thoughts, and actions that were initially triggered. When you become aware of anxiety, anger, or boredom, the mind can amplify that emotion. You get more anxious because you are already anxious. You become angrier because you recognize that you are angry. Your boredom increases because you are aware of how bored you are. When this happens, it's accurate to say that thoughts cause emotions. मतलब जैसे जैसे आपके थॉट्स बढ़ते जाते हैं, आपके इमोशंस बढ़ते जाते हैं। यही यहाँ पर ऑथर कहना चाह रहे हैं। आगे बढ़ते हैं। In day-to-day life, people don't differentiate emotions in this way, but distinguishing between the immediate reflex and the secondary cause of emotion is critical. If you don't identify the source, you can't map your pattern or correct the problem. Triggers will continue to create more and more emotions that you will either have to control or work around. If there is a leak in your ceiling, you want to get to the source of the problem. No one wants to endlessly dump out bucket of water or patch something that keeps breaking. Fix the damn problem and move on. As you map your emotional patterns, be aware of both the initial reaction and secondary emotion. Why? Because taken together, these are the starting points of digging into deeper flaws. In the next chapter, I will show you how to uncover and correct the flaws causing your problems. First though, you need to create a map of your pattern and understand one more key element about emotions. Emotions, as you have probably already noticed, can build on top of other emotions. I call this accumulated emotion. Now you understand that emotions are signals of deeper flaws and can intensify as you become aware of your reaction. But do you know what the rise in emotions look like? This is critical. Since catching the rise early is your primary defense, the reality is emotions are messy. They build up in both the short term and the long term. And while the brain has a natural digestion process for emotion, sometimes there is residual emotion left over. This is accumulated emotion. Despite trying to put the previous day's losses and emotional chaos behind you by perhaps telling yourself today is a new day, you aren't really starting fresh. बेसिकली क्या होता है कि पिछले दिन का पूरा इमोशंस पाइल अप होते जाता है और फिर एक दिन फटता है। You don't have a reset button or a clean slate to work from. Lurking beneath your optimism, emotions are accumulating day over day. To make matter worse, over weeks, months, and even years, underlying flaws, and remember, we all have them, can collect emotion and hide it like an enemy stockpiling ammunition while lying in wait good times. Let's look closer at this short-term accumulation first. Emotions are consistently going up and down within the trading day. जैसे से मार्केट ऊपर नीचे होती है, हमारे इमोशंस ऊपर नीचे साथ साथ में होते रहते हैं. Imagine tracking their movement like price action on a chart. ये कह रहे हैं ऑथर कि जैसे आप चार्ट को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं ना, वैसे इमोशंस को भी ऑब्जर्व करना शुरू करो. On some days, emotions are stable and only go up or down by a tick or two. On the other days, there are huge swings throughout. Let's say, for example, that you big a big loss in the first half of a session that triggers anger, and for the remainder of the session, you struggle to get the loss out of your head. But once the session is over, the built up frustration starts to dissipate. For some traders, all of that frustration could be gone within minutes, or on a really tough day, it could take a few hours along with a workout at the gym. Either way, once the emotion is released, the next time you sit down to trade, the frustration from the day before is gone, like it never happened. You are truly reset and ready to trade with the emotional clarity and balance you ideally want. Of course, on some days when your performance or results are particularly positive or negative, several problems can occur. Not only do you lose control during the trading day, but afterwards your emotions continue to rise as you celebrate or you become more angrier, more fearful or down. You continue to experience the emotional ups and downs as if you are trading after hours. You controlled your emotions during the day, but they came out afterwards and caused problems of a different sort. This akin to market making news that hits in the middle of the trading day, but you're unable to fully process it until after a close. From a performance standpoint, you care less about the emotions released after the trading day ends since they have no bearing on your result that day. However, you care very much about the emotion that carries over the impacts your performance the following day. If your baseline emotion doesn't reset completely and you start with say 10% more emotion, your map needs to account for this in your pre-market warm-up. An extra 10% may not seem like much, but it's enough to prevent you from reaching your optimal level of performance. More consequently, it's enough to force you to work harder to maintain control, increasing the odds you will fail. Or maybe the extra emotion doesn't affect you the following day because the market conditions and your results didn't trigger additional emotion. But imagine if over the next few days your results continue to slump or rise, your emotions can continue to build and build. सो बेसिकली क्या होता है ना, यहाँ पर ऑथर ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि जैसे जैसे आपके इमोशंस बढ़ते जाते हैं क्योंकि वो पाइल अप हो रहे हैं, और जब पाइल अप होते हैं इमोशंस तो होता क्या है कि वो एक दिन ब्लास्ट होते हैं. Now you don't just have an extra 10% hanging around. Instead, it's 40% more. You start the day already on edge and disorganized in your thinking. क्योंकि आपको ऑलरेडी पहले के लॉसेस जो हैं वो बैकलॉग हो रखे हैं और आप दिमाग आपका ठीक से है नहीं, काम नहीं कर रहा. So you overreact to price action, sell too quickly and make a host of other errors. And इस वजह से सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि आपके इमोशंस इतने पाइल अप हो रखे हैं पिछले दिन की वजह से, इसलिए आप फालतू के एरर्स करेंगे. यू विल सेल टू क्विकली बिकॉज आप लॉसेस कवर करना चाहते हो. That produces more after hours emotion. So you have trouble being present with friends and family, lack motivation to hit the gym, and overeat, drink alcohol and don't sleep well. अब इसकी वजह से और सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं. You wake up early with thoughts swirling in your mind, trying to figure out how to get out of the drawdown or imagining what you will do with all the money. दोनों सिचुएशन में होता है. Regardless of when the emotions gets created, whether it's during the trading day or after, it's crucial that you will be aware of your emotional state at the start of next trading day. If you're not aware of that extra 10% or whatever excess percent is, you will be unprepared to handle your emotions in the right way. मतलब सबसे पहले तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि आप इमोशंस के साथ ट्रेड करने वाले हो. Accumulated emotion was a particular problem for a Canadian trader who left a 15-year career to scalp e-mini futures. He and his wife shared a dream to travel the world. He became a trader to fund that dream and because it let him to be his own boss. But a swirling cocktail of emotions came up on a daily basis, preventing him from executing his strategy consistently. As months turned into years, the pressure was mounting to reach a level of financial success that would enable him to realize the dream. धीरे धीरे क्या होता है, प्रेशर बिल्ड होना शुरू होता है क्योंकि जब आप परफॉर्म नहीं करते हो, जब आप फुल टाइम ट्रेडिंग में आते हो एंड जब आप परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहे होते हो तो फिर क्या होता है, आपके ऊपर प्रेशर बिल्ड होने लगता है. To hit his financial target, France only needs to take one A plus setup per day. There were plenty of days when his mind was calm and he could see the action clearly, make quick decisions and take only those trades. Other days, however, the mental strain of waiting for an A plus setup would lead him to force a trade outside that narrow parameter. जिस दिन ट्रेड नहीं करना उस दिन भी वो ट्रेड कर दे रहा है क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मार्केट की कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं होती. Here is a typical scenario for how it would play out. If the forced trade loses, France immediately starts criticizing himself while simultaneously trying to convince himself he has done the right thing. Now a new reversal setup is playing out. He is tempted but able to stay away, waiting and waiting. Frustration grows from being on the sidelines, and he ends the day with no A plus opportunity and that one mistake. अब होता यही है ना, क्योंकि अब उसने एक बार मिस्टेक कर दी तो फिर उसके अंदर डर बैठ जाता है एंड फिर उसके साथ प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो जाती है. Unbeknownst to Franks, he arrives the following day feeling more of an urge to correct his mistake and get an A plus trade. अब नेक्स्ट डे क्या हो रहा है, नेक्स्ट डे उसको प्रेशर है कि मुझे A plus trade लेना है. Right out of the gate he sees a potential trade but it has some congestion to it, so he stays away initially. When the price takes off he knows not to chase it. But the urge is too strong, he gets in and loses. Hope arises in mind that the next trade will cancel the pain from the loss and his mistake. As he waits, his mind won't relent. The self-criticism builds momentum. You know, the setup was no good. You shouldn't be losing. You know better. He wants to fight back and he looks at every candle for a clue that there is a setup to take. He sees one and jumps in without processing all the criteria. To make matters worse, France doesn't even notice his analysis has degraded. The trade loses. His anger explodes and he takes several more trades before finally standing up and walking away. ये बहुत सारे लोगों की साथ होता है और ये बहुत कॉमन है जो ऑथर ने आज यहाँ पर बताया है. ये बहुत लोगों के साथ होता है, इसलिए ज़रूरी है इस चीज़ को समझना कि क्यों इमोशंस की वजह से उनको प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. द रेस्ट ऑफ द डे he tries to clear his mind and spend time with his wife and son, but his mistakes eat at him. He worries that his dream may just be that he might never succeed. The next day, he is resolved to improve his execution, but he doesn't realize how frustrated he already is. Tempers flare during his morning routine with the family, fanning the flames and causing him to miss the start of the trading day and an A plus setup. As he sees what was missed, his brain shuts off. Without even waiting for the next candle to close, he enters in a terrible place. Despite knowing that all he needs to do is be patient and wait for the right spots, cycles like these were common for Franz. I'll pick up the story later in the book to show how he was able to break out of this cycle. आगे ऑथर बताएंगे कि कैसे इसको सॉल्व किया जा सकता है. The building of emotion isn't always as clear and sequential as you saw with Franz, and it can actually happen in a couple of different ways. One is where the emotions build up around a specific issue but doesn't show up right away. The second way happens when a change in circumstances intensifies what had been just a minor problem. So in the first scenario, emotion can accumulate over weeks, months and years around a particular issue but not show up consistently. You will have days or weeks where there is no recent build-up, but when the trigger comes, you will feel it with an incredible intensity that seems like it's coming out of nowhere. Consider a trader who has a pretty high tolerance for losing, but when his P&L drops quickly by over 10%, it creates a severe drop in confidence because he fears he will bust his account and go broke. मतलब सीधा सीधा अगर आपको लूजिंग स्ट्रीक जब हो जाता है ना, 4-5 या से 7 6-7 ट्रेड आपके गलत लग गए, तो उस सिचुएशन में क्या होता है ना कि आपका आपके अंदर एक ऐसा फियर आता है कि कहीं मेरा अकाउंट ब्रोक तो नहीं हो जाएगा, ज़ीरो तो नहीं हो जाएगा. It seems logical to think that way, since it hasn't happened since the early days of his career, but 9 years later that fear still lurks in the back of his mind. He vividly remembers having to eat ramen every night, letting the utility bills roll for a few months, and negotiating with the landlord to avoid eviction. Hanging on by a thread took a severe toll on his emotionally. When he finally climbed out, he promised himself it would never get that bad again. and it never did. But that old emotion gets triggered whenever he unconsciously senses that he might be in danger of going down that road again. Once he goes back to winning and the issue subsides, it's easy to think the problem has once again been resolved. But the underlying emotion wasn't corrected months or years later. The build of emotion can come out anytime there is a perceived threat of going bust. It's stockpiling emotion and it waits for the trigger. In the second scenario, you have a flaw that's causing such minor emotional reactions that you don't even pay attention to it. You can ignore it for a while until a change in your life priorities or goals makes that minor problem into a noteworthy one. For example, while high expectations have caused short-term emotional volatility and some accumulated emotion over the years, you have managed to perform pretty well. You never considered it a problem. Every year you kept making money, more and more money, hit your goals and then hit them again the next year. Then you have your biggest day ever, and surprisingly, the victory doesn't taste as sweet. Instead of feeling exhilarated you had before, it just feels like the goalposts have simply moved again. You wonder if you will ever feel satisfied. At a macro level, you start looking at your career and thinking, is this it? At a micro level, you feel trapped by your own success. Your best day ever doesn't excite you like it used to, yet big losses hurt even more. मतलब कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हम जिस दिन हमारा दिन अच्छा होता है तो हमें कोई खुशी नहीं होती, लेकिन अगर दिन खराब जाता है तो बड़ा हर्ट होता है। तो ये एक प्रॉब्लम है जिससे हम निकल नहीं पा रहे हैं। यू बिकम मोर इरिटेबल ड्यूरिंग द trading day. It's not as fun as it used to be, and that carries home with you. You are slowly becoming aware that you are not happy and start to wonder if you are burned out. The short-term emotion that normally would be digested is now accumulating and makes trading to your usual standard more difficult. You always had high expectations, but they didn't cause your emotions to accumulate until you started having larger questions about your career. Regardless of how the emotion accumulates, identifying whether or not it's impacting your performance is a critical part of mapping your pattern. If you answer yes to any of the following question, it is likely that accumulated emotion is a factor for you. आगे ऑथर कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं जिनका आंसर अगर आप दे पाओगे तो आपको समझ आएगा कि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसी है और क्या इमोशंस आप पे कंट्रोल कर पा रहे हैं कि नहीं। पहला, इज योर रिएक्शन टू सर्टेन इवेंट्स disproportionate and out of line with what you think is reasonable? Are you making mistakes that are so basic it's inexplicable how you could make those errors? मतलब कुछ आप कुछ ऐसे एरर्स कर रहे हो जो मतलब आप सोच भी नहीं सकते कि इतनी मतलब बचकाना जो होती है ना मिस्टेक्स। Do you find it harder and harder to settle down and truly relax at the end of the day? Are you having trouble falling asleep at night, or are you waking during the night with thoughts swirling? Do you have a shorter fuse than usual, tending to overreact more easily? मतलब आप जल्दी ओवर रिएक्ट कर जाते हो, रात को आपको नींद नहीं आ रही, रात में आपको थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, नींद टूट जा रही है, आप एट द एंड ऑफ द डे रिलैक्स फील नहीं कर रहे, अनकंफर्टेबल फील कर रहे हो। तो ये सारी चीज़ें अगर आप हो रही हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि जो इमोशंस हैं वो एक्यूमुलेट कर गए हैं। एक्यूमुलेट मतलब जुड़ते गए हैं, पूरे आपके अंदर बैठ गए हैं। When accumulated emotion is a significant factor, traders typically know exactly what they need to do, but they can't get themselves to do it. The refrain that I hear from trading clients over and over again is the disconnect of how is it possible that I can be thinking X and continue to keep doing Y even I know better. They have so much built up emotional crap their thoughts can translate into proper execution. This causes confusion and a further decline in performance. Accumulated emotion, or as some call it, emotional baggage, is one of the toughest parts of the mental game to improve. You have to contend with both the emotion created today and the accumulation of emotion built up over time. You must work outside of trading hours to reduce accumulated emotions. मतलब आपको अपने ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा अगर आपको अपनी इमोशंस पे काम करना है, तो अगर अपने आप की ट्रेडिंग को सही करना चाहते हो तो helping you to develop a strategy that balances the short-term need to release emotion with the long-term goal of correcting your problems is covered in chapter 3 and 9. In the meantime, continuing to manage your reaction with after work strategies like sports, exercise, going out with friends, etc. is fine. These aren't bad strategies when the alternative is losing your mind. Just make sure you gather up the clues to create your map, otherwise you will never truly correct the problems long term. मतलब एक मैप क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा। ऑथर वही आगे बता रहे हैं कि कैसे इस मैप को क्रिएट किया जाता है। सो नेक्स्ट इज क्रिएटिंग द मैप. So how do you actually track your emotions to map them? By noticing, examining, or writing down what's going on before, after, and during each of your trading mistakes. Here are some of the things you might capture: triggers, thoughts, emotions, behaviors, actions, changes to your decision making, changes to your perception of the market opportunities or current positions, trading mistakes. Shine a spotlight on the period of time when these errors take place and analyze all of these details that show up before and after them. देखो इसका भी ना आपको जर्नल मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा, आपको लिखना पड़ेगा कि कब आपके इमोशंस हाई हो रहे हैं. At the beginning, you may be able to only recognize a few signals. For example, with FOMO, you might spot an antsy nervous sensation in your stomach. The thought, don't miss another one, a chance to a 1 minute, a change to a 1 minute chart. मतलब ये सारी चीज़ें आप करने लग जाते हो, ये ट्रिगर आपको करता है और आप उसमें घुसते चले जाते हो. So your starting point is what it is. By continuing to pay close attention over time, you will be able to see more and more of these signals. Here is an example. Trigger, trading options intraday. Thoughts, I can't believe this is happening. I'm not letting the market stop me. I'm going to get this trade right. Emotions, I want revenge when any trade I know has an edge doesn't pay off. Behavior, I'm hyper focused on one position. Actions, I'm constantly looking at PNL. सबसे ज़्यादा गलती तो ये होती है कि लोग कॉन्स्टेंटली अपने PNL पे देखते रहते हैं. PNL तो देखना ही नहीं चाहिए. PNL देखोगे तो फिर तो हो गया. Change in decision making. I am focused on getting revenge and getting my money back. एक ट्रेड, दो तीन ट्रेड गलत हो गए, फिर रिवेंज ट्रेडिंग शुरू हो जाती है. Change in market perception. I am reading too much into price action, convinced I can predict price movement. देखो सबसे बड़ा रूल तो ट्रेडिंग का ये है कि हमें प्रिडिक्ट नहीं करना है, हमें रिएक्ट करना है. I am taking the same trade over and over until it's clear I am wrong or getting nowhere. Before the next time you trade, think back to previous instances where the errors happened and start writing out these details as best you can. This way you can immediately avoid repeating some of these mistakes. When beginning this process, many traders can yet spot the signals that occur before their execution breaks down. For example, they don't realize they are angry until they slam their mouse after closing a position they should never have been and saying out loud, "Are you kidding me? How the hell could I do that again?" If that's all you can currently map, then the next time you make a mistake like this, be ready to capture the preceding details. मतलब आपको ये सब लिखना पड़ेगा कि हाँ ऐसा मेरे साथ हुआ था, मैंने ये किया है, तभी जाकर आप इस पे कंट्रोल कर पाओगे नेक्स्ट टाइम. The moments after making mistake provides a tremendous opportunity to identify हाउ यू एक्चुअली गॉट टू दैट पॉइंट, आखिर आप वहाँ तक कैसे पहुँचे. What compelled or triggered you to get into that trade? Was it preceded by a series of losing trades after closing out a big winner, or seeing others making money in a trade you missed? What thoughts, behaviors, actions, emotions, or changes to your perception of the market and decision making and things you say out loud appeared at that time? मतलब क्या ऐसा हुआ जिसकी वजह से आपने ये किया. When your mind explodes, it's a great time to become a detective and gather clues. Plus, the act of writing things down can actually help to diffuse an emotions. मतलब ये प्रूवन है कि अगर आप किसी चीज़ को लिखते हो तो आप अपने इमोशंस को डिफ्यूज करते हो. Your job gathering clues doesn't end until you have a complete map of your patterns, including the initial trigger. Achieving that level of detail is your goal for the first step of the system. To get there, this can't be a task you do once and never again. Recognition is a skill like any other skill. You will develop it through an iterative process. Until you identify the initial trigger, continue to map the pattern as best you can and review it as part of your pre-market warm-up. That will enhance your ability to see existing and new signals while you trade. मतलब अगले दिन आपने आज आपने लिख लिया, फिर अगले दिन जब आप ट्रेड करने आओगे तो सुबह सुबह जब मार्केट ओपन होने वाली उससे पहले आप उस चीज़ को लेकर गो थ्रू करो ताकि आपको समझ आए कि क्या होने वाला है और आपको कैसे इसको कंट्रोल करना है. आगे बढ़ते हैं. ड्यूरिंग द ट्रेडिंग सेशन कीप अ वर्किंग डॉक्यूमेंट नियर बाय to capture new details so you don't forget them. Afterward, review and consolidate your notes so you're better prepared for the next session. Work like this every day for 1 to 2 weeks. It won't be the only thing you do, but make sure you invest the time to keep it on your radar to ensure you nail this step. High volume day traders will find intraday note taking nearly impossible since don't have the bandwidth to take detailed notes. Instead, quickly jot down what you can and expand your notes at the end of the day. Those of you who make fewer trades per day could spend more time taking notes during the day, but I still suggest keeping your analysis to a minimum. Don't abuse the luxury of having more time and have it cause distractions. The last thing you want is your taking नोट टेकिंग टू कॉस्ट यू मनी. मतलब आप इतना ज़्यादा नोट्स क्रिएट करने लग जाओ कि आपके सामने से ट्रेड ही मिस हो जाए. तो ये सब आपको ध्यान रखना है. ऑथर आगे कहते हैं, एज यू बिगिन दिस प्रोसेस यू मे फील लाइक यू आर नॉट रियली अकम्प्लिशिंग मच since your mistakes continue to happen and your emotions remain intense. Remember, the ultimate goal is to permanently solve your problems, not temporarily pacify them. Tips for creating your map. Think of this step like gathering the pieces to a puzzle that doesn't come in a nice pre-packaged box with a picture on it. Instead, the pieces are scattered and you don't know what the completed puzzle looks like. Mapping your pattern is how you gather up all the pieces and form a coherent picture of the problem. Then you can begin solving it. Here are some additional ideas to help you create a map. Look for earlier signals. Once you can spot the details immediately surrounding your trading mistakes, look for signals that occur prior to each. Look closer for the initial trigger, जो सबसे initial trigger आता ना, and the emotions, thoughts, behaviors and actions that happen automatically in response to it. मतलब जब ट्रिगर आए तो आपके अंदर क्या थॉट्स आए. Perhaps you can identify smaller missteps or notice subtle changes in your perception of the market or your decision making process. For example, reading too much into price action or taking a trade even though it only meets 4 or 5 criteria. एग्जामिन हाउ सेकेंडरी इमोशन इज क्रिएटेड. मतलब एक बार तो ट्रिगर होगा, उसके बाद फर्स्ट इमोशन आएगा, उसके बाद सेकेंडरी इमोशन आता है. what thoughts, action, decision, etc. pile on top. Or if you can't yet spot the initial reaction, use the signals you can see to get closer to it. मतलब आपको सिग्नल्स को पहचानना पड़ेगा, तभी जाकर आप इस चीज़ को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, अदरवाइज तो बहुत मुश्किल है भाई। और ये लास्ट स्टेप है जो कि ज़रूरी है ट्रेडिंग में करने के लिए, ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी। Set an alarm. Some traders get so caught up in the market they have difficulty recognizing the internal signals of emotional volatility. If that's the case for you, try setting a timer to go off at some regular frequency that isn't disruptive. At that time, take a moment to be aware of your thought process, examine how you are feeling, and see if there are any signs of a problem. If so, quickly write down these details. Yes, this is disruptive in the short term, but you only have to do it until you build up enough skill to recognize the problem without the timer. Consider meditation or mindfulness training. While these are by no means a requirement, some of my clients have found meditation or mindfulness training to be a great tool for building greater levels of awareness. With better awareness, they are able to recognize additional details that they previously couldn't see. Understand the intensification of emotions. Traders often don't realize the names of emotions are simply describing greater intensity, not a separate emotion. For example, you may think anger and frustration are two different emotions, but anger is just a larger amount of frustration. मतलब जब आप ज़्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाते हो तो ही तो आपका एंगर निकलता है। आगे ऑथर कहते हैं दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज वेन यू आर लुकिंग फॉर द प्रीकर्सर्स टू एंगर, वॉच फॉर व्हेन यू बिगिन टू फील फ्रस्ट्रेटेड और इरिटेटेड। क्योंकि जब आप फ्रस्ट्रेट होने लग गए तो वही तो आपका पहला सिग्नल है कि अब आपको एंगर आने वाला है। That will build up and eventually turn into anger. Similarly, uncertainty, doubt, and worry are the common description of small amounts of anxiety. Understanding how emotion intensifies can help you recognize the details of your pattern, including the initial trigger. रिकॉग्निशन डजंट इक्वल कंट्रोल। अब आपने रिकॉग्नाइज तो कर दिया, पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपने कंट्रोल भी कर लिया। अभी तो आप सिर्फ मैप कर पाए हो। While mapping allows you to see your emotions in real time more clearly, that doesn't mean you can control them. For some of you, that can be hard to comprehend. How can you see something and not be able to stop it? But the emotions behind your mistakes are intense. They are fueled by well-worn pattern that has a momentum all to itself, and once triggered, the most likely outcome at this point is that it will continue to the typical conclusion. This can be difficult to accept, but it's critical that you do. If you expect yourself to be in control, your emotional reaction will be even worse. तो सही बात है, अगर आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं करोगे तो फिर बहुत मुश्किल है कंट्रोल कर पाना। Some of you, however, will experience a placebo-like effect that will make it seem as though you are in control of your emotions. The reality is this control comes from being inspired by the newness of the strategy or knowledge of your pattern. But control is not a correction. You are only stopping the pattern through the power of your recognition, not by correcting the underlying performance flaw. Only a small percent of traders can rapidly go from recognition to correction like that. For most of you, the newness fades, the market conditions change, you take a 4-day weekend, or you lose momentum for another reason, and this placebo-like control disappears. The reality of most is that your problems are too complex to be solved just with a map. The real power in my system lies in the next chapter, where you uncover the real cause of your emotional reactions. तो आई होप यहाँ तक अब आपको क्लियर होगा। चैप्टर 3 पढ़ेंगे, फाइंड द रूट ऑफ योर प्रॉब्लम, कि आखिर आपको जो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है उसका रूट कॉज क्या है। इसको अगले वीडियो में करेंगे क्योंकि वीडियो ज़्यादा लंबी हो जाएगी, फिर कोई फ़ायदा है नहीं। मिलते हैं आपसे अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए टेक केयर, सी यू एंड बाय।